All right. Hello everyone. Welcome to this video. What we are going to do today is address something that's really important and really prevalent in all creative people across the planet at this time. And that is the archetype of the starving artist. So I want you to just feel into that name, that term right now. Starving artist. And I want you to consider that the artist is anyone who is creating art within their life, who is creating their life as a work of art, who is allowing creativity to come through them to manifest outwardly in their reality, a reflection of that which is internal. And so the starving artist archetype has a lot to do with how much worth we are willing to see within ourselves, how much value we are willing to see in the creation that we are, in the creation of who we are, in the creation of our lives, in the creation of our work. So it's really interesting. There is this underlying belief that I would also like you to start to tap into and just acknowledge. It's a belief in the collective field. It's a belief that many people hold, and many people don't even realize that they are holding. What is this belief? It is this idea, this commonly held truth, that if you would like to be wealthy, if you would like to be financially free, if you would like to be thriving completely in every way, fully abundant in every way, fully supported with all of your physical needs and all of your desires materialistically, in a healthy, abundant, flourishing, thriving, flowing way, that somewhere you have to make a sacrifice. I want you to tap into this belief and see whether you hold it. See whether you hold the belief that if you are truly going to do your soul's work, what gives you absolute pleasure and brings you absolute joy in every molecule of your being, that you will have to compromise, that you will have to sacrifice, that you will have to give something away, that it is simply not possible for you to do what you truly love, to have complete creative freedom, to be completely liberated, to create what it is that you are here to create as a fully free being, and to be wealthy, and to be financially free, and to be abundant at the same time. And now, I want you to trace that thought, that belief, that system as it exists inside of you. Just follow it with your consciousness, follow it with your eyes, follow it with your mind. Go back to a memory of, when did I form this in this lifetime? And then when did this become formed within any other lifetime, any other iteration of myself, my being, my soul, my existence? When did this truth come into existence for me? And can I just identify that moment of inception? And then when I have done that, just pull it out. Just let it go, because it's not true. It is simply not true. And do you know why? Because you make your reality. Because who you are is what you create. And what you see is what you create. And what you experience is what you create. And this is a really uncomfortable thing to begin to understand. It's so uncomfortable. I know, because I feel the discomfort of responsibility for who I am and what is held in my field. And the law of congruence, which is that what is within creates what is seen in the external, what is experienced in the external, what is expected to transpire. And it doesn't mean just blame yourself for everything that happens that isn't the way that you desire. It means understand that you have limitless power. And limitless power means that we do not have to be this archetype. We do not have to constantly compromise. We can be abundant and free and financially free and wealthy. And if you think, I don't want to be wealthy, if you think, I don't want to be rich, I don't want to be healthy, you have to ask yourself why. Is it because I have somehow associated having financial freedom and abundance with sacrificing my soul's work, with sacrificing my happiness, with me being a bad person, with me being the kind of person that I judge, with me being the kind of person that is not liked by others, with me being the kind of person that is not accepted or not allowed to be perceived as ethical? Where do you assume that financial freedom equals unethical? So what we're doing now is we're just identifying, naming, really looking within. Where is it that I, as the artist of my life, decided that there are certain things I cannot paint, that there are limitations, that there are rules to what I can have, to I cannot have this and be this simultaneously. I cannot be this and have this simultaneously. I cannot be both things and have both things simultaneously. Let's dissolve that now. Because it is simply not true. And the more that we feed it, the more that we assume some kind of morality with being poor, the more that we assume some kind of superiority with being scarce and with being committed to our soul's work, the more we are feeding this paradigm. And not only that, my friend, the more we are continuing to prescribe that power to everybody else. To give the power of financial freedom away to everybody else and say, it's not for me, means that you are limiting the impact that your creativity, that the power of your love can have on your community, on your family, on your planet. And so at what point are we going to allow this archetype to control us? And at what point are we going to say, I'm done with it. It's over. And you know what? I do not need to compromise. Say it with me. I do not need to compromise. I can be financially free and a fully expressed being, acting in alignment at all times. It is possible. It is true. And if you do not believe it is possible and you do not believe it is true, identify where the belief comes from and weed it. Because it does not serve you. It does not serve me. It does not serve the collective. So, I'm going to do a tiny little transmission now, and that will end this video. And I really invite you to deeply question. And if you were triggered at any point during this transmission, I also invite you to deeply question. Because we have this story, this idea that if we are financially free, that if we are wealthy, that if we are rich, that if we are truly supported with the liberation that we desire in the material realm, that somehow that will activate the energy of greed, of distortion, of wrongness within us. And yet the truth is that nobody can activate that within you. Your heart, your soul, your innermost loving being is sovereign above all. It is true. And if you do not believe that, go back to the times when you felt like you had done something wrong and release that person. Because that is the person that is thinking. That is the person that is feeling. That is the person that is believing. Not the person who transcends all limitations so that they can fully be of service the way that they know they are meant to be. Fully supported and able to share their freedom with others. This is about sharing. This is about overflow. This is about liberation on many different levels. All right. Quick transmission. Dropping into the space. Neat. making space to release any incarnations, experiences, memories, ancestral memories, any kind of genetic encoding, any kind of soul encoding, which contains this energy of the starving artist and not being able to experience financial freedom and wealth while we have the role of the artist or the person who is embodying and committing to and enacting and being their soul's work upon this planet. We're just going to release that energy now, sending it back to the source of infinite neutrality from where it came. All right. And now we're just going to invite all energy which has been removed and sent back to neutrality to return as neutral life force of the highest vibration back to your body, back to yourself, back to your being, back to this human being who you are. And breathing out, in through the nose, out through the mouth, releasing anything else residual that's ready to go. And now installing a new archetype of the thriving artist. Just open your hands to receive. I am the thriving artist. I am the thriving creator of my destiny. I am the thriving creator of my finances. I am the thriving creator of my life. I am the thriving creator of my work and my soul's work and my relationships and my way of expressing myself. I am the thriving creator. I overflow abundantly, freely, wealthily. I am. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And I would love to know how that went for you. Get in touch if you feel inspired, if you would like to do more of this work with me on a deeper level. It's what I am here for, one of the many things that I am here for. So don't hesitate to communicate. I love you. I really, really am so grateful for you and that you exist. And I can't wait to see you thrive more in the physical than you ever have before. Together we rise, my friend. Together we rise.